Salut tout le monde, bienvenue sur ma chaîne YouTube. Alors aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour un nouveau début de let's play sur Vampyr, le jeu qui est sorti récemment, il y a cette semaine, la semaine dernière je pense. Et donc voilà. Alors est-ce que je peux appuyer sur une touche? Ah, chargement. Qui se passe à Londres, je crois après après la Première Guerre mondiale. Alors, une partie ça. Regardez, ok. Alors, on va mettre les audios à langue sous-titre. Nom du locuteur on. Ok. Audio, ça va. Vidéo. Alors, la luminosité, parce qu'en général, elle est un peu basse. On va la mettre à 6. Ok. Un peu la mission. Ok. Et donc, c'est parti. Ça tombe bien, j'avais prévu d'être un bon gros salaud de vampire. Donc, plus jeu de vie, ça va être simple, ça va être facile alors. Ouah.
Dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Ok. Après ce discours un peu... bon. Là... On a pris une biture.
What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary. No, no. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Ouh,
Patrols are after me.
on vient de tuer notre sœur. Ok.
This is a nightmare.
Il y a des chasseurs, des chasseurs de vampires sûrement. Vu qu'on a vampire maintenant.
This can't be happening. No, please, stop! I mean you no harm.
Ah, tu vois quand même, il doit te tuer, hein.
What's going on?
What's going on, bro?
What have I done?
Je viens de tuer ta sœur.
Shit, where'd it go?
Ouh.
Now, I can defend myself.
Comme eux, ils ont des flingues.
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
J'ai mis un dit que ça fait penser un peu à Sherlock Holmes, le film. Enfin, les deux films, quoi. Donc ça, c'est pas les skieurs. Ok.
Who are you? Stupid beast! Let's see how it likes a bit of fire! Sorry. No, please, stop! Who are you?
C'est des chasseurs, t'as pas vu les sous-titres? Putain, lui les sous-titres. Du coup, comment j'en sors par là? Lis ces fucking sous-titres.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
D'accord.
The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Ok. Donc le soleil diminue ma barre de santé.
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
En fait, ça fait un peu comme un Dark Souls.
Find shelter. It's locked.
Ça fait un peu penser à un Dark Souls en fait. En Bloodborne. Avec le côté... Oh merde, j'ai chaud. Côté la barre de vie et tout, l'endurance. En tout cas, j'aime bien le perso qu'ils ont choisi. Il est vraiment... il est classe, je trouve. Alors, des trucs à ramasser. Quel passer. Donc, c'est un chasseur de vampires.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
Ah, c'est sorti.
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Peut-être une connerie, mais il devrait peut-être se trouver de nouveaux fringues. Parce que là, il est taché de sang, il est crade. Alors, bouteille d'alcool. Super. Un flingue? Non? Si? Non? Je crois qu'il y avait un flingue. Ah non, c'est mon trébuchet.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it to share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
D'accord. Donc apparemment, on lui a dépouillé sa montre. Peut-être c'est pas sa montre, mais il a un souvenir, il a un flashback. Alors... Oula, c'est pas très poli ce verre.
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Ah.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No. There's time. I can save him. That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital! Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Ok, il lui reste son flingue. Alors, détail. Ok. C'est quoi ça? Ah, on peut améliorer le flingue. Ok. Ça. D'accord. Alors. Ah, mal dormi. Hein. Pas de temps de travail à me proposer. Boulot dans le coin. Acheter les ventes pour acheter des médicaments de quoi manger. Quel train de fonction. Ok. Ok. Donc, sa femme est malade. Il va acheter des médicaments. Il n'y a pas de train, pas de travail. Des fosses communes sont creusées un peu partout dans Londres. Et, à mon avis, elle est transformée en vampire. C'est ce que je pense. Du coup, elle essaie de l'attaquer. Il se réfugie là-haut. Et, elle meurt parce qu'elle peut plus se nourrir. Voici mon analyse, docteur. Alors, du coup, est-ce qu'il y a rien d'autre? Ça doit être une porte de sortie. Rien d'autre à ramasser? Non. Non. Tout. Ok. Et du coup, on va aller dormir. Et s'exploser la tempe. Okay. Ouh lolo.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon. Takes blinding sunlight into a glowing red flesh.
Donc on n'a pas vraiment de niveau, ok. Compétences disponibles. Alors, comment 5% continue, ok. Ok. Donc. Une lance faite de sang qui peut transpercer. Ah, c'est cool ça.
Voice in my head. If I'm mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Oh merde. Il a raison, c'est sorti.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now. Here's the leech. Here! My head's spinning.
Oi! Come on, you coward!
I cannot enter.
Pas de truc à ramasser. Ok. Alors du coup, je crois que je peux mettre le flingue aussi. Non, je peux pas mettre le flingue. Alors, charme niveau 1. Ok.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Die, vermin!
Alors pivot 1, avec paramètre évidence, application.
The strength I never knew I had.
This one stinks already. Leech spotted! Watch out, boys!
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Et hop. Ah, du coup en fait l'attaque qui permet de mordre des mecs, en fait ça consomme de l'endurance. D'accord.
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Et du coup si je pète les trucs, est-ce que je peux ramasser un truc là? Non. Ouh. On dirait la vision dans Witcher. État du quartier stable. Est-ce qu'on a... Ah. On est à Southwark, on doit aller... Ok. Ah, un refuge. Peut-être un nouveau refuge. Putain, elle est grande la map. Ouais, donc ça consomme, ok. Hop, il besoin de vous. Ok. Une autre affiche de propagande.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. It's locked.
Ah, je peux mordre des rats alors.
This
Pardon.
is despicable. It's locked, all right.
Du coup, je peux aussi me servir des... Ouais, ça fait longtemps. J'avais arrêté un peu parce que je faisais trop de vidéos. Et je me suis dit, bon,
I can now
je vais
control
arrêter un peu quelques temps.
It's
Sur quoi?
locked, all right.
Ok. Donc du coup avec les rats, on peut reprendre, avoir du sang pour l'histoire.
Doing
Ok.
this. What will London have to say to me? I cannot enter. There's so many questions unanswered.
Ah, voilà.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
En gros, tu te réveilles, tu tues ta sœur et t'es transformé en vampire. Il t'enquête un peu, en fait, en gros.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it.
Un vrai chien policier.
I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will
Et
lead
ça
me
se
to my
passe après la
favorite.
Première Guerre mondiale. Ah, sens de vampire. Ok.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Ouais, un refuge. Un peu d'expérience. Alors, est-ce que je peux choper des trucs ici? Artisanat, ok, des traitements, des sérums, ok, ok. Là, je peux rien faire encore. Est-ce que je... avec ce que j'ai ramassé, je peux améliorer mon flingue? Non. Ah, il manque encore des gâchettes et des ressorts. Non. On va voir si je peux améliorer des trucs. Alors, c'est quoi ça? Ah, voilà. On va augmenter ça, dis donc. Ok. Ouh. Putain. On va le vider, le mec, à chaque fois. Du coup, en fait, quand tu gagnes de l'expérience, faut que tu trouves un refuge. Enfin, tu gagnes de l'expérience en buvant de sang, en fait. C'est quoi ça? Et du coup, en fait, faut que tu ailles dans une planque et quand tu dors, en fait, ça te permet d'augmenter. Et en gros, toute l'expérience que tu donnes, et ben en fait, c'est pour débloquer des compétences. En gros. Que truc à 300. Ok. Putain, 2000. Ah, la nuit suivante. Tout. On est arrivé là. Et du coup, on suit la piste. Ici.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life.
C'est quoi ça? Des détails? Alors, aucune relation. Ah!
Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Allons interroger la serveuse.
Hello, sir. Right. Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
On a touché un point sensible là.
Thank you.
Quel autre client? On est que... On est deux. Enfin, lui et moi. Enfin, je suis pas client, mais donc du coup il n'y a que lui. Est-ce qu'on a pu débloquer une autre ligne de dialogue?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Bonjour monsieur le barman.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And, sir...
Yes?
No funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boys.
Pourquoi il efface le sang? Donc, ah, donc apparemment, en reparlant, on gagne de on gagne de l'expérience et la qualité de sang aussi. Ah, ok. Ok. Merde. J'ai trompé de touche. Putain, faut vraiment qu'il change là. Ouh.
This is no place for you. Freeway has several patrols roaming the area. But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself. I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Salaud.
And who might you be?
Docteur Swansea. Ouh, qualité de sang. 6000 XP. Oh, entourage. 0. Ah, recensement des citoyens. Et là, on a fatigue, traitement pour la fatigue, bonne santé. Ok. Donc, à mon avis, ça doit être les personnes qu'on rencontre dans la zone. Dans les zones, en fait. Ok. Et donc là, j'ai niveau 1 en charme. Lui, je peux le charmer. Je peux pas encore. Ok. Et lui. Ah, 6. Alors, situation sanitaire. Ah, donc, stable. Ah, ok, donc, l'épidémie. Ok, d'accord. Je crois que j'ai compris.
It's of no consequence who I am.
But why you are here is certainly of consequence, don't you think?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I am performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Bah, salut Hugo. Bah, je viens de commencer en fait.
Some privacy, please.
Donc, est-ce que je peux lui piquer? Ouais. Ouh, 6000 XP.
It's locked all right.
Allez, voyez. Mais pour l'instant, ouais, moi perso j'aime bien.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Bah, franchement, elle est issue de sang. Donc je pense que elle me cache un truc.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Alors, vous avez découvert un indice, celui-ci révèle un secret sur un citoyen ou une de ses relations. En tant que vampire, vous avez besoin de sang humain pour évoluer. La barre de qualité de sang d'un citoyen indique l'expérience que vous gagnerez si vous dressez de celui-ci. L'indice déverrouillé augmente la quantité d'expérience reçue. Ok. Non. Ok. Entourage. D'accord.
Hello, sir.
You're still...
I'll leave.
Donc en gros, si je donne un remède, il va aller mieux, je peux pouvoir boire plus de sang. Ok, je comprends. Merde. En tout cas, j'aime bien ce côté enquête là, avec les dialogues et tout.
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the cannon factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Alors... Merci Tom. Ah du coup, la sortie ici. Non. Du coup, faut que je sorte de l'autre côté. Ok, merde.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue.
Champ de mission de guerre. Ok.
What's
Une
been
affiche de
done to me,
propagande sûrement.
to this city?
Il y a un bateau. Et il y a du sang.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Mais avant, je crois qu'on a eu un truc à lire, un message laissé. Non, c'est pas ça. Archinage. Là, c'est une maquette de couleur pro. Tout. Ok. Intéressant. Ah bah apparemment indice disponible. Ah, du coup, ça veut dire que je peux peut-être débloquer une autre ligne de dialogue. Du coup.
Look, I told you everything. Please, leave me alone. You best talk to Tom.
Things are turning for the worse around.
Ah, je pense que je dois revenir. Et après je parlerai un peu avec la fille. Parce que peut-être je vais bloquer une nouvelle ligne de dialogue, un truc comme ça. Et du coup augmenter notre relation et haha, gagner plus d'expérience en la suçant. Merde, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Chargement. Oh, c'est quoi ça? Résistance. Il peut résister à des trucs? Résistance aussi. Apparemment il y a des trucs qui résistent. Ok. Des shillings. Poudre d'aluminium. Hein?
It's locked.
Non. Bah non, vu que je suis un vampire. Ok.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Ouais mais là c'est comme différent, hein. Rien à voir avec le fond. Si c'est son tueur. Il y a du sang ici. Là aussi il y a du sang. Physique c'est corps à corps, distance ok, ténèbres, sang, fois du sang pour des ténèbres. Ok. Alors lui je peux lui faire. Allez ok. Je crois qu'il y a un truc à l'étage. Je peux aller voir. coup, on va essayer de tuer tous les mecs dans la zone, comme ça me fera de l'expérience. Ok.
Let's turn around if I were you. Over there! Human! Kill it! It's down! Finished. He's dead!
Allez hop. Ah, c'est par là du coup. Ah, j'aurais pu peut-être les... Non, ah non. C'est pas avoir accès
Best stay back, sir.
au con là.
Over there!
Alors, je gagne de l'argent et de la chérotine. Ok, est-ce que je peux ramasser d'autres trucs? Nouvelle pratique. Considère que notre avantage et qu'ils peuvent pas sortir en plein jour. Ainsi, nous pouvons trouver où ils se cachent et tuer lorsqu'ils sont impuissants. Intelligents qui sont d'innombrables ruses. Ok. Ensuite, parce qu'ils mettent en place de nombreux pièges pour tuer quiconque s'introduirait dans ce qu'ils considèrent comme leur refuge le plus précieux. Chercher les cachettes des vampires pour les éliminer nous coûterait trop d'hommes et trop de temps. Et la meilleure tactique, c'est de les suivre et de les détruire lorsqu'ils sont vraiment vulnérables, lorsqu'ils chassent la nuit. Il est bien plus facile de les attaquer à ce moment car on peut facilement les repérer. C'est pour cette raison que la garde de Privan doit évoluer et mettre en place des nouvelles tactiques pour chasser des suceurs de sang. Il faut utiliser de petites patrouilles mobiles et tirer profit de nos avantages technologiques et des moyens de communication modernes. Nous pouvons apprendre beaucoup de la guerre en France. Nouvelles techniques, nouveaux équipements et nouvelles armes, grenades, phosphore blanc, lumière ultraviolette, gilet pare-balles et lance-flammes. Il est temps pour la garde d'entrer dans le XXe siècle. Issu de guerre nouvelle. Ah, d'accord. Salaud. Balle, ok. Est-ce qu'il y a des trucs à ramasser? Le gousse en fait ça va être utile pour le craft.
I have this thirst for blood. I cannot enter.
Évidemment. Ah, il y a un refuge. Nouveau refuge. D'accord, là. C'est un coffre, ok. Là on peut ramasser de l'argent. Et là on peut... Est-ce que je peux améliorer un truc? Alors, on peut essayer pour améliorer une de vos armes. Ok. Laquelle? Machette utilisée, moins les dégâts infligés 10%. Ou... Non. Salle de pioche. Quel portable? Portail. Bah je peux pas parce que la porte elle est fermée. Du coup.
It's locked.
Du coup faudrait que j'arrive à trouver un moyen pour aller de l'autre côté. Et ouvrir la porte en fait. Bah je peux pas. Parce qu'il faudrait que je l'ouvre de l'autre côté. Et comme pour l'instant je peux pas encore accéder à cette zone, bah je suis baisé. Tu vois quand c'est rouge en fait, ça veut dire que je peux pas l'ouvrir.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it.
Bah c'est bête. Bah oui. J'ai envie de te dire c'est un peu comme un Bloodborne ou un Dark Souls. Hein. Il faut que je trouve le bon chemin pour faire le truc. Ah, tube de plomb. Équipez-vous d'une arme à deux mains et appuyez sur un petit spécial. Okay. Donc, comment je fais ça? Toi là, si je peux pas l'ouvrir. Parce que c'est là quand c'est blanc, je peux l'ouvrir. Par contre, je voudrais prendre. Ah non, j'ai cru que c'était des mannequins. J'ai cru que c'était des hommes.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
La merde alors. Allez hop. Monsieur Bishop. Monsieur Bishop. Coucou. Merde. Après tu dis ah c'est une blague. Ouh j'ai chopé une nouvelle arme. 64 de dégâts. Là j'ai 58, endurance... endurance 20, vitesse d'attaque... Ouais, je vais garder ma machette. Est-ce qu'il y a des trucs à ramasser? Ici. Alors... Ok, je peux pas monter. Non mais t'as raison hein. Là, je peux pas ouvrir parce que pas de ce côté, comme dans Dark Souls, au Bloodborne. J'ai envie de dire, j'ai tout ramassé, c'est bon. Tant soit tu sais avec la lumière, lumière noire, quand t'as détaché tout. Ouf, un prêtre peut-être.
I forgive you. The Lord is with you. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred
Sir,
spirit.
Comment il connaît son
listen to
famille?
the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Et il va se jouer aux experts.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front line.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, A surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Enfin, il va changer.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Ouh, donc on vient d'être engagé dans un hôpital. Ok.
It's okay, Jonathan. I'll see you later.
Ok. Elle c'est ok, inconnu. Ouh, 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 ouh.
Rotten ore crystal. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Try it.
Aha!
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
Alright, sorry. I'm in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Ok. Boisson. Et alors, c'est pas ça. Je crois que je vais attendre encore un peu. Je vais attendre ou peut-être le tuer direct. Je sais pas.
Back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Ah. J'aurais peut-être pas dû le tuer. Enfin, moi j'ai gagné plein d'expérience. Et je crois que j'ai gagné une petite hachette. Vitesse d'attaque. Ouh. Donc je pourrais absorber avec cette arme. Faut user, est-ce que je la garde? Ouais, mais ça peut être bien ces améliorations, mais pour l'instant d'accord, on a tout pris. Toi je t'ai sucé. Petit pervers. Et du coup j'ai augmenté ma vie. Non, peut-être c'est à cause d'autre chose. Ok. Ouh. Ah tiens.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Ok.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them? Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tibbets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Ok. Je pense qu'elle m'en dira pas plus. À tour.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Ah. Oh, là. Il y a un truc là sous le côté. Ok. Une affiche pour la grippe. Attends, je l'ai retiré ce truc. Ah. Niveau 11. Ouais, on va se tirer là. Peut-être tenter le coup. Allez hop.
I cannot enter.
Ah, un portail verrouillé. Là, il y a un squat sauvage. Ok. Oh putain. Fuck. Ah là là, mais j'ai merdé. Ah, qu'est-ce que je suis? Ok.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
J'imagine que du coup on va pouvoir améliorer le truc de résistance, enfin le truc d'étourdissement qu'on fait, je pense. Merde. Putain, encore des squales. Allez, hop. Merde. Ok, donc ça c'est encore fermé. Là, ça doit être une autre entrée de l'hôpital. Ah, cool la musique. Alors là, est-ce qu'il y a une tente? Ouais. Ah, je peux monter le haut. Éviter la maladie. Hein. Ok. Fiole de verre, ok. Ça doit être pour des potions, des trucs comme ça.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Ok, 2000. Ah, ça doit être le truc de l'hôpital. Ça, il est mort. Ok. Ok, donc on peut dire que c'était pas un homme bien.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, The ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Ok, donc c'est une sorte de...
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable...
fusil Milton. Ok, c'est cher. J'ai envie de la garder celle-là parce que ouais, je pense que je vais la garder et on va...
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
Why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this facility?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Attends,
Are you really smuggling?
And why not?
But you're not.
You keep people...
How is the situation?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital?
I've been...
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Les enquêtes sur les citoyens, n'aimerait nos missions. Ok.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Goodbye, Milton.
Ah mais tout à l'heure on les a vidés, alors peut-être qu'ils ont repop. C'est pas sûr. Hein. Pétré dans le jardin. Ok. Ils ont peut-être repop les mecs. J'aime bien la musique en tout cas. Que... En fait ça met du temps à se balancer. Et hop. Merde. Ok. Et du coup, normalement, on doit peut-être trouver son portefeuille. Ouhou. Ah ah. Et du coup, on a trouvé un papier. Donc, c'est dans quelle catégorie ça? Attends. Pierre. Attends, du coup, je pense qu'on va mettre ça. Ok, et en main gauche, on va mettre flingue usée. Ah, du coup, on va pouvoir avoir un fusil alors. Ok, est-ce que je peux passer par là? Ok, la graisse et des vis. Ça, c'était le truc de tout à l'heure. Du coup... Ah oui, c'est par là. Et du coup, en fait, quand on se rapproche d'un bâtiment, il peut plus se déplacer, genre comme une ombre, quoi. Ok. Salut.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
On va pouvoir interroger notre vie à l'ombre.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other, and that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Do you need any med?
I'm fine, Doc.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Il se fout de sa gueule. Alors, besoin d'indices. Votre vie à Londres.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Ah, putain.
Tell me more about cherished people.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people.
No.
It just lacks hope.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Ok, j'ai peut-être foutu la merde. Du coup... Allez où? J'ai sûrement foutu la merde, je pense, entre les deux. J'espère pas, en tout cas. Alors, mon bureau... Est-ce qu'on a des trucs à ramasser ici? Non, on n'a rien à ramasser. Tout. Donc il y a d'autres médecins.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you let Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know,
D'accord.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefied, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Ugh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Alors, c'est une patiente, c'est sûr. Ok. Alors, j'ai trouvé ça, ok. 2. Ça doit être les patients, je pense.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Waste your time with me. Reads me like a book.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help anything?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about that.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, you're an idiot.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Dernière Alice. Non, c'est bon.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
Alors... infirmière.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you. Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland. Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Doctor.
And good...
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Du coup, nous avons...
Goodbye, Dr. Smith. Good evening. Good evening. Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
I will not let you down, my boy.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circle...
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes. Thanks to my husband, may he rest in peace, I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Goodbye. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
How painful.
So painful I'd rather not talk.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Don't waste your time with me.
Bien sûr, oui. Bien sûr. Alors... Du coup, je vais te sucer.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, Doc.
La deuxième victime. L'autre c'était un chef de gang.
Said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Allez hop.
All I wanted was to go back to work, to take care of my children.
Je m'en fous. Alors, les 3 fois c'est... c'est où ça L'autre fois c'est... Alors, mon amour, hein, train urgent. Ok. Ah, du coup, il y a l'autre, la fille. Alors, sauf déjà les quêtes. C'est quoi ça? Fait. Ah, du coup, faut que je... C'est qui ça? Un autre médecin.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
A funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Et tu parles en vampire.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Ok. Alors, qui t'observe comme ça? Et hop. Petit sac d'objets, c'est quoi ça? Petit sac d'objets. Ok. Du coup, on va finir ça et puis après bah, j'arrêterai la vidéo. Du coup, ça me fait plein d'XP. Ouais. J'espère que j'aurai assez de niveau. Hein. Ah ouais, chapelle. Putain, niveau 18. Ok, ils sont trop forts. Là, je vais revenir une autre fois. Hein. Du coup, je pense que j'ai peut-être d'autres trucs à faire. Non. Du coup, il me reste quelques lignes de dialogue à faire, satisfaisant.
Good evening. And good Goodbye, Dr.
What can I do?
Thank you. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
I don't know.
I don't.
And what? Be careful.
I only.
This is ridiculous.
You see?
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Hello.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Thank you.
Donc c'est pas lui que je voulais parler, putain.
Good evening.
Good evening. I have...
Don't waste your time with me. It's still okay. How can you be
Ok, connu.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his to protect me.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
How can you be affected by the misery around you, and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reed. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Goodbye.
Alors, je voulais parler...
Good evening. Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You are no vampire. You are a delusional woman, convinced she is something she is not.
How convenient to call delusional anyone who does not share your precious rationale, Dr. Reed.
I'll leave you, Miss...
Another night with the glorious but...
Good evening.
Good evening.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Admit it.
Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see the city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Good evening.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse.
Putain, il est où le gars là? Je voulais lui parler justement. Non, c'est pas elle. Ah, j'ai un truc.
It's locked, all right.
Alors, hein, salut, ça va. Ah ah. Alors, où es-tu, Pipa? Pipé. Ah, merde. Alors, du coup... Encore fatigue. Ok. Oh, 2000. Alors, lui, je vais rien lui faire parce que je vais pouvoir vendre, acheter des trucs, des composants. Du coup, imagine. Ah. Okay.
Sorry you ended up playing cold. I understand. It's locked, all right.
I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that
It's locked.
Comment les indices.
It's locked.
I'm sorry you ended up lying on a cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Alors peut-être que j'ai débloqué une compétence pour... Ah, Pipei.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't think that was me. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of hope.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Goodbye.
Okay.
I cannot enter. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Oh, du coup, en fait, j'ai bien augmenté. Hein. Ok.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Bref, j'espère que cette vidéo vous a plu. N'hésitez pas à vous abonner à ma chaîne YouTube, à partager la vidéo, et puis... attendez, je crois que je peux changer de sort. Non, c'est R2. Ok, son... N'hésitez pas aussi à m'ajouter sur Discord pour discuter un peu. Et bah, je vous dis à la prochaine. Bye.